well, that's where like this I've like the that's where the point of reconciliation comes in for me at least recently. It's like I'm thinking like, well, shit, man. Really, what the fuck am I doing ultimately? Like, what am I physically doing?
Yeah, right.
What am I like? I'm still what? I'm I'm studying. I'm gonna or whatever. I'm gonna get a job, and I'm gonna like go to the gym and stuff. And a lot of the reasons why I'm doing it is so that I can just not think about Hazel, man. Honestly. Um,
Hmm.
but then I remember that it's also just me. A path has been laid out for me, or really, there's infinite paths laid out for you, and you could at any point do any of them. But there's really only, in a way, one true path where the internal stuff really happens. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And like, notice, and also, by the way, you can totally, like, stop me at any time if you feel like you have something to add or you think that I may be, that something I'm saying might still be coming from a place of illusion. But notice how I have always said, and I've just realized this, and this kind of makes me more confident in my current perception of things. I've always said that, like, for me, I'm kind of lucky because at the end of the day, um, all the stuff that that's entailed in the internal work, at least for me, also just so happens to be the stuff that like you gotta do if you want like all these external things. So it's like it's literally just like the universe saying, "Hey, man, if you do the thing that you know you should be doing, it's impossible that you lose."
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I was having diarrhea this whole time, by the way. I just flushed.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had diarrhea yesterday.
Nice.
Indigestion of some sort.
Mm.
I pooped like 20 times in a day. And farted. I was farting so much.
Oof. Mm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Have
I
you
mean,
have you ever had that, Michael?
what? What you're talking about with the
Well, because
specify.
yeah.
You said a lot of stuff.
Well, because have you ever had at the end, at the end of the day, of course, what matters is how we feel internally doing things. But in terms of like actually doing something, it's external.
Right.
It's external.
Right.
Like the things that you actually like do, like I am doing this to have this effect. Even if the effect is internal, the part that you're doing it something is external.
Right. Yes, the doing do be external.
So, have you ever had that where you're like going through the external motions and you ask yourself like, "Hey, how am I any different from the guy that's doing this for all the illusory NPC reasons? That's doing the exact same thing as me, but for all the even like with like fucking like being, for example, being vegan, and then it's like, what about all these retards that are doing it because like they're because they feel bad for the animals or are um because of fucking climate change and shit like that."
Right. Side note: I do feel bad for the animals, but
Me too. Not all of them though. Like if it's halal, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, it is like a huge difference. Like like, for example, like halal meat is like you literally let this motherfucker live like at least a good bit into his adulthood,
yeah.
and then and you feed like you don't feed him fucking like soybeans and all this shit like garbage, all this fake like animal version of Oreos. And you let him fucking roam and shit like that, and you scratch like his little neck every day, and he's like totally chilling.
Hopefully they get scratches on their neck every day. No,
Yeah.
I hear you. I didn't want to take away from your point. Yeah, man. I definitely have that. Have had that. And that's like, yeah, it's when you kind of get lost in the doing. And then, it's like that thing I said before. It's like,
Hmm.
when you do in this world mindlessly, you like this world makes you mindless. Like this world,
Hmm.
like, saps away your energy. Something about it.
Hmm.
Because you just do stuff and you do stuff, but then you just keep doing stuff and forget, like, about, like, don't put attention on your consciousness anymore. Then you just become a robot. And then you're just, like, doing stuff just to do stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, it does transform like that. And then that's when you reel it in. And, but that's how to say. It's like everything that we do is also um, a symbol, right? And
Hmm.
it's a symbol in an allegory, whether you're conscious of it or not, because every action, everything
Hmm.
ever in existence is symbolic and allegorical, right?
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
so in that way, when we do stuff, it's like, even if like even if we're unconscious, it's like it's still just the thing. How to say? It's like when you detox, for example. It's a lot of the time you're just fucking dying. You like can't really be conscious. Like you're not like having a lot of realizations a lot of the time. Sometimes you are, but sometimes you are not. Sometimes you're just tired and dying. You know.
Right.
Um.
And that's fine too. And that's fine too, I think, because it's like,
Yeah.
hey man, not every moment. There's like I was saying the other day, not every bad thing necessarily has to be like a deep thing. In the sense that, hey, maybe sometimes you'll just be tired. Um, let's say like you went through the day's work and you're just kind of tired there and you don't feel too well. Kind of like maybe having a little bit of just like doubt.
Yeah.
But then you realize that like, oh hey, maybe I just had like a crummy day for whatever reason. Maybe I need to like walk outside a little bit more. Or just like take a step away from the computer in these 8 hours or some shit like that,
Yeah. Yeah. I
And then
mean,
you do that
yeah.
and it gets you right, then boom.
Yeah.
That's like
Exactly.
that. In fact, that's the alchemy right there too, because it's like you're adjusting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ultimately, any discomfort is just pointing to some imbalance inside of you. So, in
Right.
that sense, it's a deep thing. Like, like, though
Right.
the imbalance could be, how to say, not
I
necessarily.
see.
Like, it's like
No.
everything's connected to everything else. So, it's like it's as deep as you want to get into it, kind of. You know what I mean?
Right. Although maybe more accurately would be to say the depth of these things kind of depends on where you're at in your own internal process.
Yeah, right. As far as you could peer into.
Right, because it's like, let's say, like for you, if you eat a fucking cheeseburger right now
I'm gonna die.
and you fucking die, even though you'll feel way fucking worse than the average person that just ate a cheeseburger, it will be not deep at all for you because it's like, motherfucker, I know it. I know it just happened and
Yeah.
I know how to not have this happen again.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
I feel
then
that.
there will be some other guy that eats the cheeseburger and he feels kind of okay. Maybe has diarrhea in the morning, but otherwise doesn't think about it at all.
Yeah.
When really, when really he's like fucking like it's literally it runs deep. Like this nigga's feeding parasites over here.
Right, right. Yeah, I hear that. I feel you, Duga. You said a lot of stuff. I had some stuff I wanted to say, but I forgot all of
Yeah,
it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's why I said you can stop me at any point
No,
if you
I
like.
know, I know. I was just, I like listening, but
Nice.
I just
I'm
forgot
glad.
everything.
I'm glad I can. Sometimes I feel like I'm always listening, but
Yeah, I like it when you say stuff. That's
which is
for
not
sure.
bad because, of course, I'm happy to learn, but I also want to contribute. I want to feel like I'm contributing. Mommy, I need my participation trophy.
Dude, you get that. You hella get that.
Thanks, man. Oh, and another thing. I'm sorry. Do you like have something you want to say, or can I keep kind of like
No, I forgot everything I wanted to say, so
XD?
I keep going. If I remember it, I might stop you depending on where you
Yeah.
are.
Another thing with the word or with the idea of anything negative being deep, and again, the vegan thing is a very good example, I think, is like some things really aren't that deep. They're fucking obvious.
Right.
Like the vegan thing. Like if you a good allegory, if you look into a if you're at like a riverbank and you're kind of like looking at the surface of the water
Yeah.
and you see all the fishies floating around and you're hungry, you're like, "Oh man, it's really not that deep. The food is right there. The food is right there."
Right.
But if the fish are at the bottom of the river where the current is really strong and there might be some other spooky creatures there, but you still have to eat. You're like, oh, now that's deep, man. That's deep. I gotta do something. Like, in order to get what I really want from this situation, what I want out of life, I have to go deep and take a fucking risk.
Right.
But then you go there, and there's no fucking. Like, yeah, the current is strong and stuff, but there's no crocodiles, man. There's just the fish. And you
Mm-hmm.
get the fish, and you're like, hell fucking yeah, baby.
I hear you.
And to continue the allegory, it never gets easier. Maybe gets a little bit easier to fight that strong current.
Oh no, dude, it gets so easier. It's like so easy. It gets so easy. Cause you know what it is. It's that I had that thought today actually when I was walking outside. It's just sort of like we said before. You know, it's like a cheeseburger will always taste like a cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like that. The cheeseburger will always taste like a cheeseburger. It will not change its taste. It kind of will, because taste buds get repaired. And kind of like new neuron things happen, right? Science. But like, it's more so, you just, well, kind of two things to it. You feel the actual energetics of the thing. That's the first thing. And so you could feel a layer where it's like on the surface, this is pleasant or is supposed to be like pleasant feeling, but then you
Mm-hmm.
feel like the actual energetics of what it's doing to you, and
Mm-hmm.
that aspect of it makes it unpleasant because that
Say that second part one more time.
so you feel like the surface level of it, right? Like the taste, or like if you're coming, like the dick feeling, right? And like that surface level thing doesn't change. That's always there. That's always like will feel like that. But then you feel the energetics of what's actually happening,
Mm-hmm.
and that becomes the primary place from where like pleasure is derived or not, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like you feel like the energetic effect way more, and so it's like it just doesn't. But it still tastes like cheeseburger. It still feels like coming, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's just feels really bad on that energetic level. So you kind of could
Mm-hmm.
see like different, like just the energetic like thing, how it's affecting you behind the thing, right? But the thing
Mm-hmm.
itself is the same. Like the feeling, because you know when we eat cheeseburgers, when people eat cheeseburgers, they can't engage with it on an energetic level. Because if they did, they'd be like, I hate this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
once you like become conscious enough to engage with it on an energetic level, it's like you see it's not good for you and it's destructive. It doesn't feel good, right? So
Mhm.
it's like in that sense, it does become easier because it's also like another way to say that is you're more conscious of, and so you value more your energy,
Mhm.
right? And so you're gonna gauge things that are pleasurable or unpleasurable based on how it affects your energy. So
Mhm.
just your metric for it is way different. You know, I
Right.
can fantasize about food, and I do, and I did about like, oh, I can fantasize about fucking chicken, like a crispy chicken mix sandwich,
Chicken over rice, my friend. Chicken
or lamb
shawarma.
over rice with the sauce, or crispy McChigger sandwich from
All the
McDonald's,
good stuff, yeah.
or like the chicken nugget fries, or like the crispy strips or whatever the fuck. I
Crispy chicken.
I could fantasize about that, and I'm like, it's delicious. Like the taste aspect of it is not changed. You know, that
Right.
superficial layer of taste is completely not changed. It's the same thing forever. It's just like, is it conceivable to eat? Like like in reality, you know what I mean? It's like if you're jerking off. It's like yeah, I like went to the party and I don't know whatever the fuck stupid fantasies like fucking like stole this guy's girl and I like fucked her. I don't know, like on some like power trip fantasy thing, right? And
Mhm.
like you can maybe like jerk off to that or like whatever the fuck it is. Like what's this? My friend's house and I like fucked his mom or like
Mhm.
whatever the
Mhm.
fuck
Mhm.
people come up with, right? And it's like you could jerk off to that, right? But like, can you
Mhm.
actually do it? Like, hey, like no, you like no way in a million years can you actually like engage with the energy, all the energy would it take to do that, you know? Like
Well, you see, me personally,
no,
and you personally, for that matter.
look,
I
me, I'm
don't know
just
so much.
happenstance because I don't take like pride in that, like but you know what I mean? It's
I
like,
didn't take pride either. Only pleasure.
well,
You're not. You're never off the hook, Michael.
well, no, but you know what I mean, right? It's like there's certain things that are just like inconceivable, like
Mhm.
that you could just like get off on one layer of it, but then it's like in reality, it's like could you actually energetically like engage in that energy that it takes to do that?
I could. I could never.
Yeah, and it's like it's the same thing with cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? Same exact thing. It's like I could dream about them. Dream about them all day, and I dream about them. It's like I'm eating them practically. Fuck it, I'll dream about them. I don't care. And I actually don't really give a fuck about cheeseburgers. I give a fuck more about noodles and like fish
Pizza. What
and
about pizza?
pizza. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big one.
Pizza's
And
pizza's huge.
like dumplings. Anything with wheat.
Dumpling.
Anything with a lot of wheat
Dumpling.
and especially if it's like a Chinese food or like sushi, right?
That's the Gopnik diet, bro. All the starch from the potatoes and all the fucking just like fried oily like the котлеты and then all that shit that they and of course all the stuff that they have in the fucking like all the Kafkaz shit like fucking what's that shit called? Чебурек and piroshki and all that shit. All the fucking like
I have to look
bready
that up.
things with some meat in or cheese
Oh,
in
those
there.
things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh
Those are all like you gonna get it, Buster.
huh. Though for these, actually, my wanting for fried stuff is actually like no, like zero.
Uh-huh.
For me, like fried stuff and like meat and like sugar or any sugary drinks or like any of that shit, like zero, absolutely nothing. For me, the biggest ones
Uh-huh.
is like big bowl of ramen. You know what I mean? Big
I
bowl.
love ramen,
Yeah,
bro.
a big
Oh
bowl of
my
ramen,
god.
or a big pad thai, a big one, a fucking massive bowl, or like a fucking, or like dumplings with the fucking soy sauce, or sushi, or just like a fried fish. That would be like kind of, or pizza. Pizza is probably top of the list. Depends where we're at, but
Mhm.
those things all together is like, yeah, that's pretty much my entire list of like like any possible slurm craving that I could want. That's like absolutely inconceivable for me to eat anymore. Though, like, noodles aren't like super absolutely inconceivable, you know, but
Mhm.
where I am right now, they are, just because I'm really focused on my healing.
Mhm.
So at the moment, they are actually, but and I do plan to stay raw forever. But
Mhm.
you know, I could. I'm not saying I can't eat them for the rest of my life. I just wouldn't want to, you know.
Right.
And that's ultimately like what keeps, you know, that's it. That's what keeps um a healthy habit going. That's actually, yeah, nice. Good shit, dude. That's actually why, just a good phrasing to connect it together. It's like, that's why if a person doesn't focus on their consciousness when they change something or are not changing something for their consciousness, it's not going to last. Because they're just doing it to do it because they should do it and they should feel better, right? But then the thing that actually improves is your consciousness. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the energies, like consciousness being just seeing the energies that are inside of you, right?
Right.
And it's like, if you don't value that, if you're not looking at it, you can't value it. So if you don't value that, then there's no point to you doing the thing. You're just going to look at other people and look at yourself and be like, well, I'm putting in all this extra work, but we're like this in the same place. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Whereas if you know the value, like if you could feel your energy and you could feel their energy, and you could be like, I'm sure I'm glad I'm not in that fucking energy. I'm sure I'm glad I'm
Right.
not an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, um, and that's literally what keeps it. That's what keeps it. So that's a good thing. Just like to unite the phrasings on those ideas is if it ain't if it ain't for the inner, if it ain't for the consciousness, it's not gonna last. Straight up not. Because then also it's like, what's the metrics of like measuring how good something is? It could be like health, just like pure physical health. Like I went vegan and my pimples went away or something. But it's like, do people really give a fuck about that? Do you really get like your life meaning about if you get pimples or not, or like if your joints hurt or something? Like no, not really. People have fucking turn.
Honestly, to me, that's a big one, bro. I see old people.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bro, there's zero way I'm going to look like that. I
Mhm.
refuse
Mhm.
to. I just refused, bro. Like, I'll get gray hair. I'll get like, I'm even okay with like some of the fucking, what are they called, liver spots and
Mhm.
things
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
But bro, if my fucking brain deteriorates,
Mhm.
or if like I can't run anymore,
Mhm. Mhm.
or if I have to just like the
Walk with a
extreme ones, you
stroller,
know?
like lean on it while you're walking everywhere.
Bro, yeah, Magoo, bro, just kill me.
I know. No, I know. I see a lot of these kind of people in Brooklyn. It's like, oh, you see them everywhere. Like, but I don't know. I feel like you see a lot of them, particularly in Brooklyn. It's just like, man, actual ghosts, actual just like ghost people that like
Yeah,
died 40 years ago and are just like husks walking around until they stop. Like,
bro, dead ass.
and it's like, we're gonna go to the store and buy like some fucking prepackaged meats in your like fucking in your little cart and like push it home really slowly and cook it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Bro,
what
like
a
you see how
depressing.
look it's ball and like my left arm is fucked for the rest of my life. Like
Mm, yeah.
whatever. Bless you. Um like whatever. Fine. But it's just like
Is this a hypothetical or that happened to you?
hypothetical.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's like if if bro, like I don't want to just be like a fucking like a zombie.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to like I still want to be able to run without like fucking something snapping or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to like fucking pick something up from the top shelf without snapping my back.
Mm-hmm.
or pick up like a heavy package off the floor without my back snapping, and I want to remember who you are.
Yeah, right.
And I want to have my teeth.
Yeah, that's a big one. Dentures are fucking annoying, from what I hear. You can't eat.
Bro,
You can't
that's
eat anything. You can't eat anything. You can't eat like hard stuff because it like
bro,
presses into your gums.
there's people like when I've like it's happened to me a couple times where I don't even remember who it was, but it would just be somebody that I've interacted with for an extended period of time,
Yeah.
and then I find out they have fake teeth. I'm like, what the fuck, my nigga? Like you just have like fucking gum flaps underneath that? I had no idea.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like like if I have some like um you know some signs of deterioration, that's like whatever. That's what animals are, right? Like you look at any animal, they'll get like slower and lower energy and stuff like that as they age,
Right,
whether they're domesticated or in the wild.
right, of course.
But it's like like being like severely handicapped or having a mental illness or just like fucking brittle bone, like all that shit. I just animal go. That will not be me.
I hear you. I hear you. Yep. You just want to keep alive for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Meaning not live X amount of years, but have an alive energy inside of you for as
Yeah.
long as you are here, and in general forever. Right. So I hear that. I do hear that. And
Yeah. And it's like if you don't do that, then you're really like actually the I believe this is a Muslim belief that they that Allah let us borrow our bodies from him or from this earth, whatever. It's like we're leasing these bodies.
mm, Lisa,
And it's like
yeah.
the condition in which we return it
Not
is gonna is
Lisa.
gonna like affect um like whatever it is in Islam, like your afterlife sentence.
Right. I don't really resonate with it, but that's an interesting thing. I didn't know that they thought that.
Or like obviously I'm not saying well I resonated because it's like in terms of the whole afterlife thing, it doesn't have to be like a punishment or paradise.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of like how they all have the thing where what you do here will affect what's going to happen
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
your body expires.
Right, yeah. I just have a different model of it in my head, but you know my model. It's just that
Kind of.
the
Well,
body is like an allegory of everything that is in the insides. So
right.
it actually doesn't really matter. Like being healthy doesn't actually like matter on its own, you know, because it being healthy is like just an expression of or an emanation from your inner, right? That it's like your soul cares about itself, cares about its state,
Uh-huh.
and so cares about feeling, and so heals every aspect of it and every layer
Hmm.
of it, which one of those layers is your body, right?
Right.
But then it's like to actually like focus just on healing your body, it's like that doesn't fucking matter. Really? I mean, it matters insofar as it's uncomfortable and, it's going to break down eventually. But hey, it's going to break down eventually anyway. This shit's going to die. So this thing actually has no intrinsic meaning on its own.
Yeah.
The only actual meaning of it is how it serves as like, sure, ma, yeah. Mom told me to shut the fuck up. but
I
the
heard.
intrinsic meaning of it is like it doesn't have any. It's only just as far as like the allegory of what's happening in your soul. Just a
Yeah, it's like how
byproduct.
are you carrying yourself?
Yeah.
Are you carrying yourself with lightness and comfort and well, general comfort and like energy?
Yep.
Or are you, as the cool kids say, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's like a byproduct. It,
Uh-huh.
it's also you could start with it too. Like you could just be like, you could just be like, I don't like my monkey consciousness, but I don't really know where to go, like to get out of it. And you could
Right.
just blindly detox, and you will have a lighter consciousness. So it's sort of like you could work from the physical or from the spiritual, and one will influence the other, and you just kind of struggle in that sense of like keep trying to develop one or the other, and they both will lead to good stuff.
Absolutely.
You have like organic food around you?
If I go to
Like
Trader Joe's, probably.
yeah, they have some organic stuff, but you don't get like organic stuff in like the. Well,
The
you
poor
said the
people
normie
market.
store doesn't have shit, right?
Uh, they have some. Like, usually the things that come in bags have an organic version.
You have a Costco around there?
Yo, Alec, is there a Costco around here? No.
Or BJ's?
There's a BJ's here? Where? Like BJ's. Oh, say that.
You should go to BJ's, dude. You could even like if you don't want to go there.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, but you need a membership for that.
Yeah, or you actually don't. If you use Instacart, you actually don't.
Oh, really?
You get more savings, and it probably would be helpful if you did. But the membership's like $50 a year. It's nothing. It's straight up nothing. If you're like buying from there all the time. I just saw on Instacart that they had a lot of organic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like for really good prices. Like really good prices. Like organic apples for like $2 a pound, which is their price for
Mm,
normal fucking apples. And here they deliver it to you. So it's like,
really? Yeah, I'll look into that. Definitely.
Instacart, I buy from Costco all the time, but then I made an account. I looked at BJ's and I'm like, "Ooh, you guys got a lot of organic stuff and like pretty similar prices to Costco." But thing is,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you add the membership on Instacart, right? And then it
Mm-hmm.
drops the prices right on the site. But
Mm-hmm.
I added it for Costco, but not for BJ's because I don't have a BJ's membership. And the
Mm-hmm.
prices are actually pretty similar already, even without the membership.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
My aunt actually has a membership.
yeah, right. You can just use hers.
If I'm using it online, because I know like in some stores they'll be gay about it, like you can't walk in with someone's card. But I assume if you do it online, it doesn't matter.
Well, Instacart is a separate company. You know,
Right, but you said if you pair it with your membership, it
yeah,
like
yeah,
gives you extra discounts.
yeah, yeah. But there's no name on your account even. I don't think. Or
On
like,
BJ's there is.
oh no, there is on Costco. I mean, like, how to say?
On
No, like
Instacart,
the
yeah.
names don't have to be the same or anything. It's just like you like link a number.
I got you.
Maybe they just look by last name or something. But I know for
Right.
it's my mom's membership, but then it's like my dad's name, and it's like
Right.
different addresses and shit. So it's like
Uh-huh.
pretty sure it's alright. And in general, you don't need you don't even need a membership to buy from them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely look at that as an option because they got good prices. They got really good prices. I'm
Right.
I'm gonna look at them right now. Sometimes I just look at. I research food. All the food I will eat later when my teeth are better.
Hey, Mike, what you think about chlorine?
In the water?
Yeah, on your skin.
Oh, I hate pools, dude. I hate them. Can't stand them.
I'm saying I was in a chlorine pool earlier today,
Oh, yeah. How's that?
and I haven't washed the chlorine off.
Oh, it's probably whack, dude. Probably probably wash that shit.
I was gonna shower, but now I'm super tired, and I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow morning anyways.
Mhm.
Surely a night won't murder me, right?
This shit is fire, dude. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Here. Because I know you didn't look it up, so I'm going to send you the link. Just browse with me, son. Browse with me.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just kind of looking at something.
Let me know when
Where
you
am I
start
looking?
browsing.
Did you DM it to me?
No, it's on Discord.
Mm.
Spanky Blaze, nigga.
The fuck?
I have to
Mother
log
Maya.
in. Oh, I could just enter my email to get started. Oh.
Oh, you have to sign up?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that.
This email already has an account. Okay, let's try this.
I did not know that.
Oh, it's okay. I remember my login. Easy. Mm. They deliver from only from 10 a.m. to noon. What?
Uh-uh. No, no, no. That's just asking for a preference.
Mm.
I think.
Oh, I see. Oh, and it's like priced based on when. Oh, but it's all $6. Okay.
Are you seeing this? Now click my
Two
link.
2 pounds of. Wait, why? I did click your link.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I told you to tell me when you start browsing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to browse with you, dude.
I spaced out. Well, I'm still on the like front page. I'm still on
Just
the front page.
search organic produce on BJ's.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Banana, 2 pounds of bananas for $2. Is
Dude,
that
look at
good?
those romaine hearts, dude. That's a good fucking deal. And that sweet potatoes, bro. You got wait, you don't have a fucking oven. Okay. Forget the sweet
Huh.
potatoes. That's just an
I'll
insanely
manage
good
with that.
price. Cause sweet potatoes are already like $1.70 or something per pound, and this is just $1 a pound for organic.
You
Like
know, their banana prices aren't too hot.
the fuck bananas.
Nah, I love. They're my favorite.
No, bananas
Mm,
are cool, but they're not the healthiest. Like
they're
they're
like normally 40 to 50 cents a pound. Here they're $1 a pound.
I know. No, those are actually awful banana prices. But it's okay.
But $3 for $1 a pound of potatoes is pretty poggers.
For sweet potatoes are like $2 a pound. Like about. Or like 150. But that's just like and it's organic. And you got these avocados for them. I mean it depends on the size, obviously. But that's like less than $2 for an avocado. For like a good avocado, that's pretty
Hmm.
reasonable too.
My
Um
selection doesn't look too hot. Oh wait, view more. Oh, let's go.
Organic gala apple bag, dude. 12.50 for 5 pounds. Hey,
That's average price.
that's 2.50 a pound.
That's pretty average. Maybe
That's
even slightly above average.
that's average for regular apples. Regular
Mhm.
apples are $2 to $2.50 a pound.
Oh, this one is $7 for 5 pounds. Are they organic though? Doesn't seem to say.
You could also get brown potatoes for a good price too, organic.
What's the big difference with the organic?
You want me to lay down a whole spiel?
No, just like
I would lay
a
down
couple.
a mini spiel.
Not even a spiel, just like what, like pesticides or what is it?
Uh, yeah, no chemical, no pesticides. Well, like there's like a list of pesticides they can or can't use, but they can't use synthetic chemical pesticides, right?
Uh-huh.
But the biggest reason, fuck the pesticides even, but the biggest reason is no chemical fertilizers.
That's a big one.
Because the chemical fertilizers is pretty much like, I forget, you need three things for a plant to grow. It's like nitrogen, phosphorus, and like one other thing. Forget what the third thing is. But it's basically like you throw that on any plant and it'll grow like a motherfucker. And the problem is that the plants grow too fast and the soil is not replenished. And so in conventional farming methods, they use the same plot of soil over and over again also. And so you get these like super hogger plants that are like eating all of these three things: the phosphorus, the nitrogen, and the whatever else it was. And then so they're just growing like unnaturally big and unnaturally fast. But and at the same time they are taking the nutrients, the minerals from the soil, right? And so they just do that as fast as possible. And then within 10 years, this soil literally has no nutrients, no minerals at all. But with organic farming methods, they have to employ some methods that regenerate the soil, right? And that's like regenerative farming, which I imagine some, organic farms do it more, some organic farms
Right.
do it less, but it's still like there is
Yeah.
at least an attempt to keep the soil not fucking retarded, and like that the plants can't sap all the energy out the soil as fast as possible since they're not using chemical fertilizers.
Right. Did I ever tell you about that thing that Saad told me about?
But what was it?
That there's like certain, how would you say? Uh like there's some shit called humic extract,
Uh-huh.
which basically it is required to be in soil for plants to grow, to have available some like amino acids.
Oh yeah. He did tell us about that. Yeah.
That's another interesting one.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like it literally makes you sick.
Yep. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, NPK, are the big three primary nutrients in commercial fertilizers.
Yep.
I
see.
Oh yeah, the biggest thing is that it's the minerals, my brody. Because like your body can handle a couple of fucking pesticides, We eat fucking chemical ass bullshit, like pounds of it a day. You know what I mean? We can handle some. We eat fucking Oreos. We can handle some fucking little bit of rat poison or something on our things,
As long as it's got the minerals.
But the minerals, that's because that's actually what you're eating it for, right?
Mhm.
That's where the big one is. And you can taste it by the taste, straight up by the taste. You'd be like, that shit feels fucking alive. That shit just tastes sweet. But this shit tastes sweet and like has a flavor. Because the minerals have like subtle flavor. Like the more subtle flavors a fruit or vegetable has, the more like lit it is. When it's just like muted sweet or like, like it doesn't really have anything.
I hear you.
In fact, the for a lot of fruits and vegetables, the least flavorless part is the part with the minerals. Like for grapes, for example. Like a lot of fruits have their minerals on on the outer part of their skin.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
that's,
hey, I found it. I had BJ's Wholesale Club membership to save, and you just have to punch in a code.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Sick.
they don't have like a bunch of organic stuff, you know, but the lettuce and the potatoes and the apples, those are all really good deals.
Lettuce. I'm surprised you eat lettuce.
I love lettuce. No, romaine lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the other
What do you
lettuce.
eat it for, though?
Yeah, salad.
Just like as a leafy green?
Yeah, salad base.
But does it count?
Yeah, romaine is great. Iceberg is fucking whack, but romaine
No,
is
I know iceberg is literally the biggest shill ever.
yeah.
What about green beans?
You know, I was actually mistaken and thought green beans were soy, like for fucking like 5 years, but they're not soy. They're their own thing. Maybe they're
Mhm.
cool, but I never really felt a,
Dude,
you
is
know,
cabbage just iceberg lettuce?
no, cabbage is something. Cabbage is spicy.
What's cabbage versus lettuce? Let's inspect.
Inspect element.
Yeah, you got that right.
We're gonna have a bunch of coding memes. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, wait, wait, what the fuck? Which one of these is lettuce? Hang on, wait, let me screen share this.
Yeah, screen share. I was about to ask for it, actually.
This is ridiculous. Wait, hang on a second. Look at this. You got this picture right here, right?
What is it? I'm calming. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then you got, where is it? You saw the first one, right? This one?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then where's
Checks
this
out.
other one that I just saw? It was like literally the exact opposite. Oh yeah, here. Like, like what?
That's funny. It looks, yeah. But you know how they look. You know how each one
I,
looks, right?
I mean, yeah. Oh well, I mean, okay. Romaine lettuce is easy.
Yeah.
Iceberg lettuce is hot boy.
The one on the bottom, the two on the bottom are both romaine lettuce. Well, the other one is called green leaf lettuce. You might see that in the store. They call it green leaf. Or escarole.
How are you supposed to tell the difference between these two?
I can. I mean, off a
How?
Google image, it's kind of more difficult. Lettuce is like more fluffy. Um, yeah, it has like those ridges, and it's more fluffy. Cabbage is not fluffy at all. The leaves are very like
It's like solid as fuck.
cemented on. Yeah.
Is this stuff good? Napa cabbage? Is the what the Kitaitsa eat?
Those things are fucking enormous, so that gives me kind of an aversion to them. But I imagine they're cool too. But
They really are big as hell.
they're literally like 3 fucking feet tall, like, and I'm like, that does not
Are
look.
they?
No, like, but like two, like actually two.
That's insane. That's a big ass head of
Like a
lettuce.
20 pounds of, I don't know how much it weighs, but like at least like it's like a watermelon. It's like a big watermelon. You know what I mean? Like a really
Right.
big long.
And it's like
watermelon.
all like super dense leaf.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that looks like commercial goislop plant for.
How about some corn, Michael?
You, you know, like
Am I
those
right?
enormous like carrots, right?
Yeah, those I can't look at them.
Yeah, it's like that. It's just like some biomass grown to like feed fucking peasants or something. I don't know. Like, no, corn, dude. Corn's, you can't eat it raw anyway, so it's like. But
Yeah.
I actually was kind of thinking some baby corns. Those baby corns. I was just thinking about baby corns, and I'm like, baby corns are nice.
Maybe. Soap.
Also, they're GMO too.
Oh, really?
Because baby corn is just like a corn that's kind of just like retarded, pretty much.
Hmm.
How to say? What's like a good analogy? It's like
It's like Down syndrome corn.
it's just like yeah, it's just like the big corn stalk grows, and then there's like a little offshoot of just like sometimes there's a little offshoot of like a little corn that is just not gonna grow into a full corn.
Right. It's like a skin tag.
Yeah. So they're just like little baby retarded corns.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
more. I want more.
you want more?
I want
Honestly,
more.
Michael, I'm pretty pooped.
More browsing. No, I feel you. We could call it.
I'd prefer to. I'm super tired.
Yeah, that's fire, dude. That's cool that you're gonna go to gym tomorrow.
Yeah, gym, work, and now coding.
Yeah, that's dank, dude. That's dank.
That's really dank. I just gotta slap in the health stuff, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta fix up the diet and stop vaping
Dank straight, dude. Break
and
through it
vaping.
all, my dude. You got it.
Yeah, man. Oh, easy. Well, all right, bro. It has been a real pleasure.
It has. I
I'm
recorded
gonna
all this
brush
shit.
my
I'm gonna
teeth.
post it. No one has to watch it.